From stardom to strikeouts, Tony Conigliaro's life pitched a curveball.
Horrible event in Red Sox history. In 1965, that's okay. They're trying to kick us out by throwing chairs at us. That's all right. In 1965, Tony Conigliaro comes up with the Red Sox. He was such a phenomenon that his first year in the minor leagues, he was the Rookie of the Year and the MVP in the same year. They bring him to the pro camp. He makes the team his first year. His first at bat at Fenway Park. His first game was at Yankee Stadium. Got a hit. First at bat at Fenway Park, home run. He was an instant all-star, instant star. He continually gets hit by pitches. Broke his wrist. Broke his foot. It was crazy. But then this month, back then, on the year that the Red Sox were going to finally get to the World Series, they hadn't been to the World Series, hadn't won a World Series in a half a century. It was 49 years before they had won one. And now they had Carl Yastrzemski, who was hot, in fact, won the Triple Crown that year. And this Tony Conigliaro, who was this stud of studs, all-star young guy, he gets hit in the face, in the cheekbone with a pitched ball. Destroyed his career, okay? One of the great hitters. By the way, the two guys that took his place in the World Series that year, Tony Conigliaro was batting over 300, hitting 20-some-odd home runs when this happened. The two guys that took his place combined bat under 200 in the World Series. They did nothing. They lost one of their top players, and they lost in 7 games to Bob Gibson and the Cardinals. They could have won the World Series that year had Conigliaro been there. It took him a while to come back. He comes back. Comeback Player of the Year. Hits 30 home runs again. Gets traded, coincidentally, to the Angels, the team that hit him in the face. But then the residual effects of what happened to him, blurry eyesight, he was trying to hit with one eye, ultimately had to retire. His career, his life ruined. He winds up having a heart attack. The heart attack leads to a stroke. Tony Conigliaro died at 45 years old. This was one of the young superstars of all time. And he dies at 45 years old, and it always tracked back to that pitch. It was before you had ear covers on your helmets and that sort of thing. It's just a nightmare. Breaks my heart as a baseball fan that this happened to this guy. One of the great players, could have been Hall of Fame material. By the way, Carl Yastrzemski, one of the greatest players of all time. They say the reason that Conigliaro was traded was because Yastrzemski was getting a little older, and they were talking about moving him to first base because they had enough outfielders. And he influenced the Red Sox to trade Conigliaro to make room for himself. That's the rumor. I believe it.